So talk about this last year. Y'all end up getting a new coach, Lane Kiffin.
Lane Kiffin, LK, baby, Lane Train.
This wasn't his first head coaching job, was it?
No, he just came from the Raiders.
Okay. Oh, okay.
So he had been the NFL head coach, and he was just coming from the Raiders, man.
So what was that like getting Lane? What was his energy like, coming in?
Dope. First of all, I'm a big fan of Lane, man. So y'all gotta make sure that we stay on this tangent because I know he's gonna probably see this raw room. This is gonna be live. This is gonna be turned. This is gonna be a great interview. So I gotta say something to Lane that I haven't got to say to him here in a little minute. But
okay,
man. When Coach came in, man, he brought a great swag. He brought a great staff. So Frank Wilson was the receiver coach. Coach Ogeron, Monty was coming from the NFL. So just a little bit of history. Monty was the first $1 million defensive coordinator in college football.
Oh, you said
wow.
Monty?
Yeah,
his dad. So he brought his dad from the Bucks. He was the Tampa 2 with the Bucks, established all those things. So it was a great staff, man. He had Coach Eddie Grant was at Auburn for a long time with all the things.
He still had them thick-ass glasses?
Yeah, he still had the glasses. Yeah.
Coach O?
He didn't encourage Coach Grant.
I didn't know all them was on staff.
It was a great staff, man.
Yeah.
Great staff. So he brought in some dudes with him, man. He brought a great winning personality with him, but then they would turn, man. The staff used to have fun. Like, this is my first time really seeing, you would go out they had the Sundown in the City things on Friday. You see the staff out there kicking. Yeah. You know what I mean? But
Lane gonna get it.
Lane gonna party.
so they were great staff, but then just for me, man, they were a great staff. For me. So throughout that time, I was in a timeshare with all those backs. But early on throughout the spring, man, I knew that the staff was just rocking with me. You know what I mean? And I was already a returning captain, but then just everything just kind of went together, man. And just, that year we had brought in the top running back in the country, top player in the country, a guy named Bryce Brown. So we had brought in the top player in the country that year, my senior year. But that wasn't gonna stop no show. You know what I mean? So
you went crazy.
So that year, man, just the scheme they brought in
right there.
Yeah, that's Coach. Yeah, so just the scheme they brought in, man. Just to, he had. I was lucky at Tennessee to have some great running back coaches, man. From Trooper Taylor to Stan Drayton, who was at Florida for a long time, Ohio State. Temple head coach. Now he's the Ohio State running back coach. Great running back coaches, man. Eddie Grant, these guys had already had so many great players beforehand. Yeah. I was just there to suck up all the knowledge, and then it just all came together with just the zone run scheme and what Eddie Grant and Kiffin brought. So Coach Kiffin, one of my favorite coaches, man, just because as a player, just, how he kind of helped my career excel, but then also as a coach, he gave me one of my first opportunities. I was telling them, I used to coach my first coaching opportunity was small Division II school, and I was at 1AA, and, Coach, when he was at FAU, actually gave me an opportunity to come to FAU. So, man, Coach Kiffin, one of my favorite guys. He's a great coach. Yeah. He's a great motivator, man. For me, man, y'all know LK. He got that swag. Y'all see him at Ole Miss right now.
Say,
he got that swag. But the best thing that he know how to do, man, he brings that to his players.
Right.
So, by week 3, you think you him too.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like he gonna keep telling you that. And, I seen it at FAU as well. That year at FAU, we started off slow. We went on a 9-game winning streak that year as well, man. Won a conference. And just the way that he's able to instill that confidence in his players. Yeah. He's a great offensive mind, but I just love the way he's able to instill that confidence in you. And he builds great relationships in a different way than some coaches do. He's not super rah-rah and stuff throughout the week, but he's just a really good coach as far as instilling that confidence in you and then making the whole team believe in the goal that you have at playing.
So, that's one of the biggest things that I've, I don't know Lane personally. I haven't, been able to see or experience any practices or anything like that. So I just, going off what I see in the media and stuff like that, and just like you said, he does bring that energy to his teams. I feel like his teams always emulate his personality, and like you said, all his players, he wants his players to have fun, his team to have fun, and guys to be out there, playing to their best of their abilities and stuff like. So I can see it, man. I do like Lane's, style of coaching, and just like everywhere he go, I feel like the team gets better he get there.
Yeah, he was a really good coach. So having him there and then just the whole staff. Oh, look at that back in the day. So then just the whole staff that they brought in. It was actually it was because going from Coach Frmr, you didn't know what was going to happen, what was coming in at the time. So for us, it was actually an exciting season, man. It was the vibes in Tennessee were crazy. That's the first time we ever wore black jerseys with Lane. so many different things.
Oh, for real?
I mean,
That was the first time y'all wore the black.
That was the first time I did the black.
Did y'all not see the black jersey? How it was like it was stitched on. It wasn't threaded in there. Nah, this was like we ordered this on Wednesday before the game.
I'm fucking weak.
Got it approved.
I'm fucking
So-
weak. That's lit.
So we were actually first time doing that, but he made some big changes, man. So the Vol walk used to start at a certain place. He kind of changed the Vol walk. We used to wear suits. He changed it to wearing jumpsuits. So and that was big for Tennessee as far as the legends and the fans. Yeah,
that
so
shit,
people be saying they like this or they don't like it. I don't know, but it's funny now
I rock
because
with it.
somehow now I'm like the poster child for the Tennessee black. I see this pick everywhere. Whenever they say something about
That was
jerseys,
the first.
yeah, the first one. So
No, that's lit. That's
but you
lit.
see it's iron on it. It ain't thresh.
I mean,
It's pressed on.
It still look
I
cool
still
though.
see the
It ain't
pads
stitched.
on it. I see the pads.
But I understand some people like, okay, you look like a portion of your jersey look like
Look
high
like
school.
regular
type jersey.
It looked like a practice jersey.
Right.
Like a practice
Look like a
jersey.
practice
There you go.
jersey.
This is the real story there. So it was pushback amongst the Tennessee fans, and the AD didn't know if he wanted to do it or not.
I'm already knowing.
So on Wednesday, me and Eric Berry, we were the two captains. We really went and met with Mike Hamilton, who was the AD at the time, and he was asking like, "Do y'all really want to wear these jerseys? Do y'all want to do this?" And I know Monty and Lane had just went and had a meeting with him, but we kind of like, yeah, we on this, and they really did order the jerseys on Wednesday.
That's
Wow.
crazy shit. That's crazy.
Y'all
shit.
set a trend for
I
the
mean,
school,
no,
bro.
look, that's still
Now they
doing
dope.
it.
Yeah. Now he's
that's
doing
fire.
The
it.
old
Yeah.
black ones they did last year was fire. With the
Yeah,
helmets. I think it
them
was
jumps
Halloween.
was
They
fire.
won for Halloween last year.
Right. I mean, shit.
That was tough.
They just won. This past weekend.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, took an L. But yeah, we'll stay on
Yeah,
this senior season.
but we talking about the senior season. So
Yeah, you went crazy. You
Correct.
had
Nuts.
1,300 on them. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Let me pull this up.
1,300 yards, 13
Yeah.
TDs, 300 receiving yards. You doing it by air and by ground.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah,
Oh,
hey, look,
we
see that spin move? That's kind of dope.
that spin move crazy.
This is still crazy to me. I told you I've been a coach now, so like now I don't talk about myself on the field no more.
See,
it's the
bro, you
craziest
can't
thing
do
ever.
that shoulder
We'll
won't
give
get the
you-
job
We'll give
done,
you your
bro.
flowers. We'll give you your flowers. But
I
like I said,
appreciate that,
I've
man.
been a fan, bro.
I
Like I
appreciate
said,
that.
as an offensive lineman, like the way he runs, having a running back like that makes you want to do your job because you know he's gonna tote that bitch.
But no,
Man,
it
get it where it's supposed to
was a good year, man. I mean, that was I was close to I think breaking the single season record at one point at Tennessee during this season. So it was a great year, and it actually was an exciting season for Tennessee. And at the end, we kind of got on a little roll there, and that's why I was transitioning to. That's why they took it so bad when Coach Kiffin left, man, because it was so much. I mean, the fans
They saw
literally
it.
they saw
Right.
it,
They
but
saw
then
it.
the older fans that were kind of not on the, they
Not
got
on
on
the
the
train
lane
yet?
train. We used to call it the
okay.
lane train.
Yeah,
yeah,
They used to call it the lane train. They called me the deuce train. So it was just so much, and that's why when it happened, how it happened, man, it was such a big deal.
Yeah.
Such a big
Yeah.
deal.
Get
Joe
in there.
Hayden, my boy Joe Hayden right there. Look at that.
Yeah, nah, you were balling out.
Yeah,
balling
two
out of
used to-
control.
Two used to tote it.
Ooh,
Oh,
1-2.
1-2.
He hit him with an extra one. He hit him with an extra 3-4 at the end.
3-4.
God damn.
Two used to get loose,
SEC's
bro.
number one run, huh?
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Look at
talking
it.
to SEC, man. That's lit. That's lit.
Damn, man.
Big time. So you got any honors at the end of the season?
I think I
or-
was second team All SEC.
Okay.
Because that year,
Second
who was
team
the
behind
number
who?
one?
He said behind who?
We got to pull it up. I was second team behind somebody. I know Ben Tate was also a good back there. I don't know if he was first team.
No, Ben, he couldn't have been first team.
2009.
Fake look.
I'm trying to think. I think I was second team, so I'm trying to think who the first team backs. There was some backs. Anthony Dixon.
Oh,
Anthony
Mark.
Dixon.
That
Anthony
makes
Dixon
sense.
and Mark.
Yeah.
Mark Ingram.
And Dex was at Ole Miss. Okay.
Dex
okay.
McCluster.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, him and
Mark
Dex was
Cluster.
on.
Oh,
Dixon,
bitch. Oh,
McCluster.
man.
Me and Ben Tate. All dudes, too. Man.
Yeah, Mark. Yeah, absolutely.
for sure.
That's a list
Booby
right
was
there.
Booby was nice. McCluster was for
Yeah.
300 against
Booby.
us, so I can't even be mad about that.
I forgot about Boo with Mississippi State. That was big. I was a big nigga too.
Big,
I was a big nigga
big
running
dude.
back.
So you had the fourth most rushing yards in school history at the time. At the time.
Yeah, I told you I almost got the single season, but I needed like one something in the bowl game, didn't get it. But no, it was a good time. But I would play with Arian Foster during that same time, so he was actually probably when he was done, he was probably number 2. I think he, his senior year when he came back, he was 400, 500 yards away from getting the record at Tennessee, and he's never had a season below that.
Yeah.
But that year that was the 2008 season where he got hurt and he didn't actually end up getting the record.
Damn.
And then I know Jalen Hurd came after us, and he actually probably jumped over me and stuff. But yeah.
Let me ask you this question. I know we normally ask this, and you're at Tennessee, so it's really kind of hard. I'm pretty sure this would be a easy or a hard question for you. Besides Tennessee, where did you like to play?
Stadiums?
Yeah.
I mean, we already at the time, my freshman year, we played at LSU after Katrina. Most turned stadium I ever. I mean, it was like 98 degrees.
Oh, after
nighttime.
After Katrina, yeah.
I mean, it was.
They ain't got nothing to do.
They moved the game to Monday.
I know they moved. Yeah,
they moved it to Monday. So it was. I mean, that was crazy.
Right.
And the Gators in Tennessee is always so the Gator game would always be. So funny story with the Gators, man. Shout out to y'all. I hate when y'all come up in our face and do that, and we can't do anything about it. But one year, it was my sophomore year. I think my sophomore year when we put up to Gainesville, it was probably a line of about 200 Gator fans mooning the bus.
Oh,
That's
wow.
hilarious.
The whole
That's hilarious.
Wow.
They mooned us all the way in.
200 yards.
All the way in.
200 yards full of ass.
That's quite a
must Pause. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. 200
Crazy.
yards of cheeks.
Yeah, bro.
Pause.
But yeah, going to Florida was always a dope scene. But that LSU, man, always as a player, it was different. Now as a coach, and Alabama was always big time too. So those were the games when I played. But then as a coach, me going to Texas A&M now as a coach, Kyle Field is tough, man. I never played there. I don't know if they went as you said, but Kyle Field tough.
All right.
But I like LSU. Auburn dope too. I actually, as a coach in 2017 at Tennessee, we went to Auburn and beat them. But with Garantano at quarterback, but
You got some meetups with the Auburn, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Got a dub on them boys.
Yeah, let's shoot out to Katrina though. So that was the one.
But no, as a player, man, that was that was my first big time road game. We went to Florida that year, and I might have played one snap. But LSU game, I got in.
You got some.
I played. I'm getting a lot of burn. I get in probably the second series of the game. We're backed up. At the 10-yard line, and there's student section behind us, and I couldn't hear anything.
You can't hear anything.
And it's the first time, so I might be putting a little sauce on it, but it's my first time being in the atmosphere. Yeah. So that atmosphere is always kind of that's the one that resonated with me because that was like the first time really being in that fire like that, really getting to feel that SEC.
Florida was overrated to me. I wasn't impressed with the Swamp.
Yeah, it was
like
cool,
all the hype because you hear about it. Then growing up, just watching college football, you hear about it. And I got down there, bro. And I was like,
I was maybe it's different against Tennessee.
I was expecting more.
Let me say this though. Because not for nothing. When was you there? Was you there with Tebow?
Tebow Urban Meyer, yeah. This was Tebow.
Maybe it was
nigga, I did too. We beat them.
Oh yeah.
They beat them in Florida.
They won. Like I said,
beat them in Florida.
When y'all was talking about Texas and them, I'm like, well, I beat them.
Yeah.
So I don't.
You're right.
Yeah, but the stadium's still fine, even though you.
No. I mean,
you got a quiet there.
It was, but
it wasn't it though.
This was their first. This was their first year in the SEC, and we played them in the morning game. Speak up, Ken. I ain't really like that.
Knoxville. I mean, to me, Knoxville like that. We shut the 110,000 up quick up there, and we went up there.
That's what I said. Same thing.
I mean, I'm sure it does get loud, but
if you go to quiet, then yeah.
I mean, we never let it. The only time we heard Rocky Top was before the game, and then
what
at
was your
halftime.
stadiums that you liked in the SEC?
Oh, it's LSU. Outside of LSU. South Carolina.
Turn, bro.
South Carolina is low key like lit, bro. Like you said, because Georgia's cool. I tell you, Georgia for me, my Georgia experience was so. When they first wore them black uniforms. That game, No Sean was cranking that Soldier Boy. Yeah. I got
Georgia go hard, dog.
I got benched because I'm low key my coach.
Like too.
So I was on the sideline. I was like, this is fire. They came out. They had the red ones on for warm-ups, right? And went back in. Yeah. They told everybody stayed and wear black. So like it was like they stayed.
Switched, don't
they? So we heard about it. It's like, they're not wearing black uniforms, bro. They went back, right? And we came back. We came out first. And when they ran out with them black jerseys on, bro, they went stupid.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but they warmed up in the red ones, and then went in halftime. I mean, when in pregame came out, that right.
What year was this?
It's 07.
I know 07. That was loud. I know that was.
So we actually stole that from them.
It was turned.
At Tennessee, when we wore the black jersey, we actually came out with the orange and went back in and changed to the black. We done the same thing. I didn't know they done this before.
And no Sean proceeded.
I didn't know that.
Stupid.
Y'all damn got the same jersey. Look like the same. The same model.
The mesh practice jersey on.
They ironed that shit on too. They said what?
Last minute decision.
Last minute order.
Last minute decision.
Jersey.
Hold on. So you had a meetup with Coach Bates. Faye got something in here. You had a meetup with Coach Bates out here.
Oh, you talking about me when I first? So I was telling King about how I'm a fan of the show.
Hey, I see you, Coach.
Oh, I didn't know Bates.
I see you, Coach.
He was a freshman right there, wasn't he?
Yeah,
Yes,
Young
boy. Been a dog.
See, I didn't know we played. Okay,
Come on now.
Come here. Get Coach Bates. Okay,
Listen, Coach.
good tackle, Coach.
He jump over the
Leg. He
leg.
went for the leg.
Back when he was a safety.
He ankle biting right now.
Back when he was a safety. Hell yeah.
Gotta get him.
I
Gotta
spun
get him
out
down.
on him.
Yeah, gotta get him down
Good
quick.
tackle.
I see you, Coach.
Yes,
See,
sir.
so that was Bates and the safety that he played with he's the coach now too.
Zach
I can't think of
Edwards?
my boy Zach.
Yeah.
See, so I'm cool with Zach. Me and Zach be chopping up, but I didn't realize Bates was actually I knew he was young, but I didn't know he was making tackles on me back
Hell
in
yeah,
back in
Coach.
09.
Hell
So,
yeah,
Coach
Coach.
Bates. So,
He knew. Please trust and believe he knew.
Shout out Coach Bates. So Coach Bates, last year, man, I was with the Jets, and I saw you running before the game. You know, doing the gases before the game, like you from New Bern, North Carolina. You know, still training. But I was like, man, I seen him on the Raw Room, and he's still coaching the league. That's kind of dope. So. I've been a big fan of the show since then. I was telling King about that, but now just to see how you continue to progress and grow, man, keep doing your thing, handling your business, and it's a great platform y'all got. So I want to give you your flowers as well. As far as I was telling them outside, man, King, before you got here, this is a great thing that y'all got here, man. A great voice,
Appreciate you, man.
a great vibe. People come talk, man, and just talk ball and really get to know the people behind the scene, man. So this is dope, man. This is dope.
Absolutely, man. Appreciate you pulling up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure,
And big shout out to Coach, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Doing the thing out there.
Yes, sir.
On the football field and behind the clipboard, all that, man.
For sure.
Hell damn, Coach got one up on the guest. That's crazy. Hold on, we got another play here?
Oh, he broke somebody off. Yeah.
Hold on.
Was that what Coach? Was that Coach?
Hold on, wait, go back.
Was that Coach he broke off?
That wasn't Coach?
I don't think that
It was
was
not
Coach.
Coach. It
I was
was
about
not
to say-
DB.
He said
He broke somebody.
What is going on?
Yeah.
1, 2.
Jesus.
What did you do on the
Touch
controller,
paint.
bro? What you do? Left,
Touching paint.
LT, and
That was circle. That was the old back in the day, right? That was circle. That was circle back in the day.
Ooh, we.
That
touch
shit
your
was
paint.
nasty. Boy,
Yeah,
I was praying that wasn't Coach.
Man,
I was
what?
praying that wasn't Coach. Good Lord, that was nasty.
paint.
Hell yeah, touch paint then.
That
I
was
see
a
you.
nice little play right there.
Okay. So we y'all finished this season.
Oh, that was Walt. Yeah, little Walt. It don't matter. He didn't like tackle. He won them corners. He won
Okay.
One of them light skinned corners don't like tackle. He always
said
wanted
one of the
to
light-skinned corners.
I don't know about that. I'm in there. I'm in there head first.
Yeah, no, he wasn't 6. He wasn't 6. He wasn't 6'1", 6'2" at corner like you was, but he wasn't a big corner.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah. He was a cover corner.
Okay.
That was a business decision.
Yeah.
That was a business decision.
Go for it. I seen it.
He seen how tough he was running about when he ran. That's what he ran
Yeah,
up in.
he went and slid to the side, didn't
He wasn't trying to tackle him anyway.
All right, so y'all finished the season off. It was 7-6, and then Coach Kiffin get up out of there.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm in Boca Raton when this happened.
Yeah, so you was already training
I
and
started
stuff.
training, yeah. So
okay, bad.
we played in Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl, played against VTech. Tyrod Taylor went crazy that game. But
They ended up winning?
that's why we 7-6. Yeah, we 7-5. Went to the game. We lost to them. So now I'm in Boca. I'm in Boca training.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you know Jock McClendon. He actually live in Nashville. One of my linemen. He called me.
Jock
Man, yeah, he live in Nashville.
I didn't know that.
He moved there probably a year and a half ago.
Damn.
You know, agent and stuff now. So I had to
I
hook
didn't
y'all
know
up.
that either.
Yeah, so you know he was working with
I
the,
gotta lay it.
with
Let
the
me get this
round.
afterwards.
I had to link y'all up. But he called me. He's like, man, you all rapping with Coach? I'm like, no, what you mean? And he's like, man, you know, they burning down mattresses and got. So that's when I tuned in to see what was going on. So, you know, I'm actually in Boca when it happened. So I didn't get to talk to him about it till, a while later. To a while later. But I just seen what's going on. And that's what I was saying earlier, man. The fans at first at UT, they really weren't trying to get on the lane train. And they had all just got all in. And then with him leaving like that, man, that just the UT fans couldn't handle him at the time. So
Deuces.
Yeah, out of there. I mean, it'd be like
Lane
that.
got up out of there.
It'd be like that. Well, shit, okay.